First 4 years, somebody did nothing. You want to vote for him again? People are suffering. Then what do you want to come back and do now? What we have is a broken down system. Today, to travel in Nigeria, you have to pray and believe God for safe journey. Get one thing right. Nigerians are not asking for too much. If you can't get power, give us security. You can't give us security, let us be able to buy things cheap. Just do one. Don't vote for them. Don't be shocked if this new week now, you read them attacking me online. No. There are people abroad today who are not abroad because they want too many wealth. It's because they want safety. That's why somebody can leave medical doctor and become a taxi driver abroad. You are laughing at him, but it's under an atmosphere that is safe. He wants to be able to go out and he's not worried that he'll be kidnapped. Today, to travel in Nigeria, you have to pray and believe God for safe journey. Is that a country? Don't mock them when they're abroad. How can somebody leave this place and now go there? It's safe. I interact with people as I travel. They'll tell me, say, Apostle, I don't like this place I'm in. I want to go back home. Say, but I'm safe here. I don't want too much. I want to be able to go to the farm and come back. I'm safe. But that's not what we have now. What we have is a broken down system. Most of you are not in politics. Get involved. Again, how can you get involved when people have now occupied your space? You can't be a local government chairman unless you're in a clique. Local government chairman or chairman of local people, they will pick you. It's not by election, it's by selection. They will pick you. It's corrupted. If people rig themselves into power, let it be clear that they rig, not that you voted for them. First 4 years, somebody did nothing. You want to vote for him again? First term is when people really work. If you fail like this first term, what are you coming? All this nonsense. Performance is the best form of campaign. You didn't perform. That's why you are destroying opposition, doing all kinds of, because you fail. Is it a spell that you can't talk? Are things good? From $460 to $1,500. See, fuel. Then what do you want to come back and do now? What are you coming back to do? See, some of us now, they are going to a news house to analyze what we are saying. But years ago, when I was speaking against Jonathan, they were clapping for me. These same people, when Chibok girls were kidnapped and I was speaking that Jonathan, you failed, release it, they were clapping because they were attacking every just to lay hold on power. That's the truth. You failed the class, you want to come back again. You fail, go. You go. Get one thing right. Nigerians are not asking for too much. If you can't get power, give us security. You can't give us security, let us be able to buy things cheap. Just do one right. Light, zero. You even have solar in the villa. Don't be shocked if this new week now you read them attacking me online. No. Don't be shocked. Don't worry. Forget. We have conquered media. Forget. When you talk, you go rest. People are suffering. I open my phone now. I see your messages. I don't have that resources to attend to everybody. Legit, people are hungry. I see my phone. Everybody's hungry. People can't travel. They can't go anywhere. Kidnap is now a business. What are you campaigning? You vote for them again. If you rig yourself, let the judgment be on you that you rig. But don't vote for them. Are you following what I'm saying? Don't vote for government that empowers people to kill you.
Something is happening in Nigeria right now, and the Tinubu presidency cannot ignore it. The voices calling out President Bola Ahmed Tinubu are no longer just politicians with axes to the ground. They are clergymen. They are former heads of state. They are ex-vice presidents. They are everyday Nigerians who are done waiting. And this week, one of the loudest voices in Nigerian Christianity walked to the microphone and said what millions of Nigerians have been thinking. Apostle Johnson Suleiman of Omega Fire Ministries has never been one to soften his words when he believes the nation is being wronged. But his latest declaration has set social media on fire. Speaking in what has now gone viral across Nigerian platforms, Suleiman went straight from the jugular. During your first 4 years in office, you did nothing. And now you want Nigerians to vote for you again for second term. Don't vote for them. Performance is the best form of campaign. You achieved nothing, and that is why you are busy destroying opposition parties. Those words were not whispers. They were thundered, and the internet responded. You see, this is not the first time Apostle Suleiman has gone on record about Tinubu. He has been consistent, relentless, and surgical in his criticism. Earlier this year, speaking at a recovery conference in Bauchi State, he was equally blunt. He described the man who came into leadership as having no manifesto, just a sense of entitlement wrapped in the word, "It is my turn" mantra. He warned that the oil sector has been plundered and that in the next 10 to 15 years, Nigeria may not recover from the damage done. That is not a light language. That is a clergyman issuing a national verdict. He has also taken time or aim at the security architecture of this administration, saying if the federal government knows it is overwhelmed, it should be humble enough to tell Nigerians. He invoked the Constitution, reminding the citizens that self-defense is a right enshrined in a law. He said it in Jos, he said it in Benue, and now he is saying it everywhere. Suleiman's message is simple. A government that cannot protect its people has no moral authority to seek another term. And Suleiman is not alone, not by a long shot. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who has now declared this will be his final presidential run, has described the Tinubu administration as a disappointment, whether economically or otherwise. That is the same man who ran against Tinubu in 2023 and is now repositioning to finish the fight in 2027. Atiku has gone further, condemning what he calls the dangerous weakening of democratic institutions and an over-concentration of power in the presidency, warning that Nigeria must never regress into a state where elections are dictated by exclusion, fear, or administrative manipulation. Then there is the opposition summit that took place in Ibadan just days ago, hosted by Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde. Prominent figures including Atiku Abubakar, former Senate President David Mark, Aisha Yusuf, Professor Pat Otomi, Rauf Areboshala, Aminu Tambawa, Rabiu Kwankwaso, and Rotimi Amechi all gathered under one roof and vowed to resist all attempts by the APC to force one-party state on Nigeria. Their communique was direct. They will field candidates and contest the 2027 presidential election, and they will not allow Tinubu to be foisted on Nigerians as the sole presidential candidate. Peterobi, for his part, has not been resting. He has questioned a fresh 3.3 trillion naira power sector approval, demanding accountability over what he described as a repeated payment for a sector that still cannot keep the lights on. The man who nearly upended Nigerian politics in 2023 is sharpening his tools again, and reports indicate that the former president Olusegun Obasanjo is now backing the push for Obi Kwankwaso joint ticket, while also calling for a unified opposition against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The APC cannot dismiss all these as noise. When a clergyman of Suleiman's status stands before his congregation and tells them not to vote for a sitting president, that lands differently from a press statement. It reaches the market woman, it reaches the motorcyclist, it reaches the graduating student who cannot find a job. It travels further than any campaign rally. The bigger question now is this: can Tinubu respond to all of these with governance? Because Apostle Suleiman was right about one thing. Performance is the best form of campaign. And as of today, the performance scorecard is exactly what the opposition is running on. Nigeria, the 2027 conversation has started, and nobody is waiting for Tinubu to fire the first shot. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button, and until I see you on the next video, remain blessed.